Good afternoon. Welcome to a tour, an introduction to LiveText. LiveText is the ePortfolio system for the UAS School of Education. I'm sure many of you have seen it. Hopefully you've all logged in and know the basic layout. This system records all of the key artifacts and evidence for your progress towards certification. So when you complete the program, your portfolio will be evaluated to make sure that you've demonstrated competence and mastery of the Alaska teacher standards, which are also the UAS School of Education goals. Like all technology, LiveText has its pros and cons and idiosyncrasies, but I think you'll find it pretty easy to use. Always make sure that your browser is updated with the latest Java. Firefox is recommended, or Chrome as recommended browsers. And if you have a broadband internet connection, you'll have a better experience, especially if you're uploading documents. All right, let's go ahead and hop in. And the first thing to do is to go to the LiveText site. I like to have bookmarks in my toolbar so I can just click and we're good to go. We've created a student test account for Mr. Spike Whale, and he has also been enrolled in all of the secondary MAT courses. So as we look at the interface for LiveText, this is what you should see when you log in. You are part of the portfolio thesis group for academic year 15. And you basically have 2 full years to get this done. But if you hang with me, we'll have all these done by early May. And some of you will probably be done even before that. So here are the key assessments, the required artifacts for your portfolio. There's an end of program evaluation that happens in the spring of your classroom practice and a mid-program evaluation of classroom practice. Your classroom supervisors for the internships will be in touch with you. They'll schedule those, they'll do the evaluations, and then you can upload them to your portfolio. What we're going to look at today is the portfolio. All of the key assessments and artifacts for your progress are included in the portfolio. Some pieces will be uploaded to different places, like the teacher work sample is uploaded under the teacher work sample. The unit plan that we'll talk more about tonight for curriculum development has its own assignment, but those are also uploaded to your portfolio. So we'll work on that as we go, but just don't worry if you need to upload something to more than one place, that's perfectly appropriate. Now what you will see when you log in is begin assignment for all of these. For me, I see continue assignment because I'd logged in as Spike Whale a little bit earlier and did some work just to make sure I knew how to do the tour. So it's very important here that you select begin using template. Do not create a new LiveText document. Do not attach files. If you use the template that we've prepared for you, then at the end, you can combine all of the text, all of your writing, everything that you've done into one e-portfolio that's presentable and looks great. It's also easier for us to run different kinds of data queries when you do it that way. So please, for this portfolio and for your reflective essays, use the template instead of attaching files. So we hit begin using template. We'll take just a second here. And then on the left-hand side, you will see the 9 standards, the 9 reflective essays that we'll be writing during the year. And we're going to start with philosophy and practice, which is already loaded there. And then we go down to this section, which is actually part of the template where you can upload your writing. So what we do is we hit edit, and then you need to find your essay. So I'm going to go over here, go to recent items. This is a paper that I wrote for a class just last week for a class I'm taking at Fairbanks. And what I'll do is select all, copy, Sure you've all done this many times. And then you delete the text that's there and then paste. Now, please don't be alarmed that the WYSIWYG editor will reformat your piece. And some of my text was converted to headings and vice versa. And this will never become fully APA formatted. This is a web page. It's HTML. It's not a Word document. So don't obsess about it. What we want to do is just bring it as close to APA as we can. So we change the title, Goal 1 Reflective Essay, Philosophy and Practice. And then we go here, and again, we want to select all the text and go to Times New Roman, which is the APA approved font. And then you can't have a separate title page. Everything that you submit will basically be one long page, so don't worry about that. For headings, we're going to standardize and use heading 2. And again here, this would be heading 2. Headings should be centered, so we center. And then this text that somehow became a heading needs to be normal text. Be careful that you only select the text that you want to reformat. And now it's formatted as regular text in Times New Roman. So, like I say, don't obsess about this. Don't spend hours and hours tweaking, and try to clean it up so that it's professional and incorporate as many of those APA guidelines as you can. And then what you want to do is save and finish. There's no need to submit these essays at this time. All you need to do is save it. Now, you can go back and edit your work, but for LiveText, it's important that you only submit your final drafts. We will use Blackboard and our class time and our colleagues for editing and revising and polishing. That happens outside of LiveText. LiveText is not a good tool for responding to each other's writing and editing, and so please only upload your final draft. Now, I just returned drafts to you with feedback and comments. Please take those comments to heart, do another revision, maybe have one more person take a look at it, do a quick proofread edit, and then go ahead and submit that essay to LiveText. If you'd like to practice tonight and upload your draft, if you haven't edited it, that's okay. But from here on out, please try to remember that LiveText is for final drafts. So what I did earlier today is I uploaded that same essay that you saw into a different category, just so you could see what appropriate formatting looks like. As you can see, I have the headings and the text, the right font, and my citations are listed according to APA format. Now, since this is HTML, obviously you can't do 1-inch margins. Things can go narrow, they can go wide. So just format it as best you can towards APA and then save and finish. So in conclusion, as we move along, you should upload your final reflective essay drafts to LiveText, and I'll be kind of monitoring that. I have a dashboard so I can see who's doing what as we move along. That way we don't get to May and then all of a sudden you're looking for a draft on an old hard drive or a flash drive or that sort of thing. So please try to keep with us. And if you have any questions about LiveText, have any issues, please let me know. Thank you very much, and we'll get back together with the class.